All right, guys, for today's work, we're going to look at my Canvas page and go over bell work and then go over the Canvas quiz, the crash course quiz that we need to go over. So let's go ahead and take a look. So this week, okay, we're on Wednesday. You have the John Green crash course. So you can click on this. It should play in your browser. If it does not, then you're not signed into your Google account. You can also click up here and it should take you to the YouTube page. And you can watch it there with the closed captionings right here. Okay, so make sure you watch it with closed captioning so you can answer the questions. If that does not work, I do have a downloadable link right here. You can click on it and it will download the video. You do not get the closed captions with it, so make sure you know that. So if you want the closed captions so you can see what he says, do that. If you want to slow him down, hit the little gear wheel, and then you should be able to slow him down once I get past this ad. And slow him down to get it to where you want it so you can see the answers to the quiz. Okay, right here. Okay, you can slow them down here if you want. All right, so you'll have to watch that. Now, the quiz that goes along with it is right here. Take crash course quiz. This is what it looks like. Okay, down here, the passcode is Gandhi. Okay, all capitalized, or at least Gandhi is capitalized with Gandhi. All right, so we're talking about Gandhi for the next week and a half. Simple enough right there. You get to take it unlimited amount of times. I keep the highest, so we have time to work on this in case you did not do it well. Points wise, it's worth 9 points. Okay, it's roughly 9 questions. Now they are going to be scattered throughout the whole video about every minute or so. All right, there is a couple of times within this that I will go with no questions and then I'll do 2 questions right in a row, but generally they are in order. At least did I shuffle them? I shuffled the answers, but not the questions. So the questions are in order. So 1 would be in the first couple minutes, and the next one, the next one, and the next one. So if you've answered number 4 without answering number 3, you need to go back to the previous minute to look at that one. So that is how you would do the video quiz. Okay, so watch the video. You could do it kind of half screen if you want to. Okay, that's fine. Whatever is the best way for you to learn this material, I'm okay with. So anything like that's fine with me. Now I have 2 crash course things up. All right, so let's take a look at bell work. Some people have already started to turn in my bell work, which is fine. I did not like so far some of the examples, so let's go over these words. So you got boycott, satyagraha, civil disobedience, and partition. I've already got them kind of loaded up here. So a boycott is to stop buying a good. Here are examples of great boycotts in history. You just need to pick 3 of them. Okay, so any of these things, all of them were done. Okay, you have people boycotting KFC for their humane way they treat chicken. You have the rights to guns. You have NAACP talking about during the 1950s how black people weren't really treated fairly. So you have all these people doing different things. You got Montgomery bus boycott, that's MLK. You had America doing British boycott, so the Tax Act, Stamp Act, Molasses Act, all those would work. Summer Olympics, some of the people did not feel safe, so they protested. There was actually a couple movies about that. So anything like that, a boycott is just to stop buying goods. So how I would describe that as is I would stop buying good, or I would not want to purchase a certain good because the company is not what I like it to be. Today, you see a lot of people boycotting goods because of the way they treat animals, like makeup companies. They use animals to test their makeup on. A lot of people do not like that, so they don't buy their goods. Some people do not like how McDonald's uses chemicals in their meat, so they boycott McDonald's. The one thing about boycotting is it's legal. You can do this without getting arrested. All you gotta do is tell them, I'm just not gonna buy your goods, okay? Which is different from civil disobedience, which I'm gonna go down to here for this one, is refusal to do something that is illegal. So boycott is legal. Civil disobedience is doing something that is illegal. All right, so if I looked up here, Gandhi's Salt March is an example of an illegal act. He went out during the time they had a tax on salt, so he went out and made his own salt, which was illegal, and so it got him arrested. So here's one of his things. The March on Washington was illegal at the time because of how many people they're doing and what they were protesting, so that would got some people arrested for it. So the difference between boycott and civil disobedience is boycott's illegal and civil disobedience is something illegal. All right, so you can see down here another one. Okay, so if you look at this, here's another one. Okay, these are all things that were done, kind of started off as illegal. Take back the night now is more illegal because you get permits to do it, but some of the things here, okay, here in the China, the Vietnamese, when they protest, so what you'd see is protesters would commit suicide by pretty much dousing themselves in gasoline and lighting themselves on fire in the middle of the street. Something that is illegal, okay, to protest what was happening in Vietnam. So you see a lot of different civil disobedience, okay. It is illegal. I just want to make sure I point that out. We don't want to do civil disobedience. Boycott is legal. The next word is partition. This is very easy, just to take a part of. Okay, the scramble for Africa, that was a partition. So what we did in class, that was a partition, cutting things up. So partition of Africa, the partition of the Roman Empire, the partition of Prussia. And if you can kind of get a sense that we're going to be doing some partition of India here later. So that is what partition means, is just to break up, to pull apart, or create new countries. So what we did to Africa, we took apart and made new countries, made our own kind of entities. That's a partition. You're breaking stuff up and making something new. So those would be examples of partitions and kind of how I would describe it. And then the lastly, Satyagraha, which is an interesting word that kind of comes from Gandhi. And in this, it's basically just meaning non-violent way to protest, is how I would like to put it. So could you use any of these for your Satyagraha? Yes, as long as it's non-violent to the people. Gandhi Salt March didn't hurt anyone. That's a Satyagraha. Okay, March on Washington was not violent, so that is a good example. The Montgomery bus boycott was not violent, so that would be another good example. So Satyagraha is something that's non-violent way to protest. It can have violence towards yourself, but not towards other people. And so to describe it as truth, it's non-violence. Just use a couple of these words in here to help you understand that. All right. So once again, you have bell work to get done. Must-haves, examples should all be up there for you guys. You can go pause this video back once I load it onto Canvas. You have a crash course quiz. Once again, the crash course quiz code is Gandhi right there. You get to take it a limited time. And it has 9 points. And then tomorrow I'll be going over notes over everything about India. And then remember, everything is due by noon on Monday. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing everything, stop recording.